listening to Bakchori. You can find my podcast on Apple, Google, and Spotify. You can also follow me on Instagram as Bakchori Podcast to be updated about my latest episodes and everything about my channel. क्या बोलती पब्लिक? It's my favorite part of the day where I get to record my thoughts and observations on things which matter and needs a voice to broadcast. And today is one of my favorite topics that I would be talking about: the rise of Indian hip-hop culture. Yes, and more about our rap artists and how we also need to put lights on the Indian hip-hoppers who have made it to the next level, and how difficult was it to rise among the set A-listers in the game. So first, let's talk about how this culture has evolved in the industry. So we know that hip-hop is a culture and MCing and rapping is a part of it. This culture was born on the streets of New York in 1970s and was an underground urban movement which focused on MCing in the house parties or neighborhood block parties, and eventually it became a movement in itself. The culture was so strong that it started spreading its wing in other countries as well, and finally it got in India in 1990. So Desi hip hop is nothing but an influence of the hip hop culture and Indian culture. So now it aims to make it global. So there is a little trivia on who got the rap music first. With all due respect and love, we all know that Baba Sehgal introduced the hip hop culture in Indian music industry with his song Thanda Thanda Pani, which was inspired by the singer Vanilla Ice. The song name was Ice Ice Baby, remember? But there is also a discussion on how the first rap was introduced by Ashok Kumar sir in his song Rail Gadi from the movie Ashirwad in 1968. The chicken or the egg question, isn't it? So it's also the time to reflect how much accepting of this music we were from then, and it took several years for the Indian rap to start making a mark in our country. Given the influence of Bohemia's popularity, the rapper from Pakistan in early 2000 made a sensation in India through his song Kali De Nali. Then the group of 5 artists, Yo-Yo Honey Singh, Lil Golu, Badshah, Raftaar, Ikka, together known as Mafia Mundir, thundered down in Punjabi rap music. Although the group didn't live longer, but the genre kept moving forward. I remember this so vividly, okay? So while I was training for VJing in Indore back in 2009, I guess, so there was one of the participants who just casually rapped Bohemia's Kali De Nali for all of us, and we were awestruck. And I could then feel the rage that song created among youth because he was so fantastic in rapping that. Besides Bollywood and commercial rap music, the underground hip-hop scene started to create a buzz by many emerging rappers or squad. There were crews like Two Shades, Desi Beam, etc. from North India, while in South, Machas with Attitude, Hip Hop Tamiza, Street Academics, etc. pioneered respective vernacular rap music scenes. In Mumbai's finest, Bombay Basement, Gully Gang, etc. became popular. So by early 2000, rap was already stretching it in India, especially in Punjab, and the singers started coining it into fame. But one rapper who was at his peak then was Yo-Yo Honey Singh. He has numerous hit numbers in his name, and he gave us some fabulous songs, started bringing it in Bollywood. By then, Badshah and Raftaar were already setting in Bollywood and producing their own albums and building our appetite for Desi hip-hop. The increased taste in rap genre started in 2011. But little did we know that the streets of Mumbai was blooming with next-gen rappers like Nazy and Divine. And then there was that track, Afat, dropped by Nazy, which gave us the feeling of real hip-hop after Bohemia. The competition got intense. It was like a rat race between all the rappers like Yo-Yo Honey Singh, Badshah, etc. And there were back-to-back albums dropping in. But the real taste developed stronger when Divine dropped his track Ye Mera Bombay. And he brought another revolution and hope to the gully hip-hoppers. The squad got stronger. People went crazy when Divine and Nazy collaborated for a song named Meri Gali Mein in 2015, which got refeatured in the movie Gully Boy in 2019, and there was no looking back for the artists. The streets of Mumbai started producing hip-hop stars since then, like Emiway Bantai, MC Mawali, MC Tor4, Devil, Slum Gods, MC Altaf, and the list goes on. We also have rappers from around the country who have made everyone feel their presence with their massive hit tracks. From capital Delhi to Bihar, the genre is spreading its wings and we have explosively evolved from the learning phase. Hip-hop has made its presence in Bollywood. And people who were less inspired in the field started taking hip-hop seriously when the blockbuster Gully movie, a movie on gully rappers of Mumbai, dropped in. The movie, clumsily inspired by Eminem's 8 Miles, was centered around Divine and showed us how gully rap is a movement in itself, and it's then when the young rappers started taking hip-hop seriously as a career. The revolutionary movement that they showed through their rap songs like Azadi, talking about the real problems faced by the street. The executive producer of the film was Nas Jones, the American rapper, also founder of Mass Appeal, the New York-based music firm. So last year in 2019, this new company, Mass Appeal, along with Universal Music India, launched in Mumbai with a flagship signing the rapper Divine in collab with Raja Kumari, one of the top female Hindi rapper, making us proud. I love Raja. But the idea behind this promotion was to promote and push hip-hop culture to the forefront. Nas believes that the next superstar will come out of India, and we couldn't agree more. In his one of the articles with Rolling Stone India, he says that India has got immense talent, and to see how hip-hop is becoming a big influence is a beautiful thing. Now coming to the master plan that this company has. So stage 1, Raja Kumari is going to popularize elements of Indian hip-hop in the US and beyond. Stage 2 will bring in Divine. He will be introduced to a global audience via collaboration with the established English superstars. Sounds like a plan? Now, if you are thinking, why not other established rappers were chosen for this? It's because what they had a reason was they wanted someone who can represent the Indian feel and soul in English, considering the 6 billion population in the world speaks or understands English. Well, whoever is picked first or last doesn't matter, right? So our main focus should be at Indian hip-hop music is widely accepted and loved and topping the charts everywhere. Now, talking about topping the charts, let's talk about how the music platforms are helping the Desi hip-hop to elevate from local to global. Let's start with Apple Music. It's one of the biggest online streaming platforms. Their consciously curated playlists, their prime exposures they offer, the global reach given to these artists, it's basically giving the sky to fly high. And if you see Apple's new artist Spotlight, which has highlighted our popular Indian rappers like Prabdeep, Vivek Rajagopalan, Shah Rule, Ace, and several others. Artists like Raja Kumari, Raftaar, Brother V are some of the most streamed Indian hip-hop artists, and The other names are adding eventually with the rise of the genre. Now, arrival of the Spotify last year was an important catalyst to our hip-hop music. It decoupled the audio from YouTube videos of various playback artists and gave the local artist an opportunity to be heard around the world. So now that we know about how we have evolved and how the different streaming platforms are giving us a chance to listen to the hip-hop legends, to the new age hip-hoppers, what are you waiting for? So here I'm gonna suggest you a few names which you can listen to. Those names are my one of the top playlists. Some are nostalgic and some going ahead of time, giving you the taste of Asli hip hop. So you can listen to Baba Sehgal, Yo-Yo Honey Singh, Raftar, Divine, Nazy, Raja Kumari, Emiway Bantai, Brother V, MC Pravdeep, Naam Setalis Hai, Smokey the Ghost, The Quicks Toxic, and many more. Now, to get more insight and inspiration on the rise of hip-hop stars, you can also watch some fabulous documentaries like Kya Bolta Bantai, Bombay Sattar, Slumdogs of Dharavi, Azadi Records, Says on the Beat, as also suggested by Red Bull India. Now, important thing. I want to shout out to MTV Hustle. Started early this year, giving a platform to the rising male and female hip-hop artists, the rappers. You should see the battle, the cypher, the adrenal rush it used to give while watching them perform. I'm a huge fan of this show and I can't wait to see their next season. My favorite is Shloka from Bihar. EPR, especially his Rasta Man performance was amazing. I am also a great fan of RPR, Agzi. So these guys have amazing creative writing and delivering flawlessly. So currently MTV Hustle has started off Hustle from Home movement on Instagram featuring various artists. Do check that out. I actually enjoyed the live session with Shloka and EPR. It was super fun to watch and how they could wrap the entire pandemic situation. I'm not sure if it's still there in their IGTV, but do check that out. You should also check out their new music video, Hustle from Home, featuring almost all the artists from MTV Hustle, but I think King is not there. Also, there is a podcast on Desi Hip Hop, jiska naam hai Haq Se Hip Hop, featuring the legends and the rising stars of hip hop, the rappers, everyone. Do check that out too. You will love it. So hip hop is everywhere. You can find connecting to political issues, education system, aam janta, poverty issues, heartbreaks, love. मतलब hip hop सिर्फ कुछ लोगों के लिए नहीं, सबके लिए है. You can choose to join the biggest revolution because rap music is शब्दों का तूफान. So I have already given you enough homework to do. If you are really into hip-hop music like me, don't miss to learn more about the strongest revolution. This time, for a change, I'm gonna continue this episode to my next segment, जहाँ पर मैं बात करूँगी how Indian female rappers are changing the game and bringing revolution, opening doors for the female aspiring rappers, and we couldn't be more proud. So see you in my next episode. Until then, take care of yourself and your family. Help people in need. Bye-bye.